Today I want to get to 100 followers. What time is it? It's 8 o'clock. So it's not too late, but I just thought, you know what? It would be good to have a conversation with you guys. My YouTube channel is currently on 95 followers. That means, oh, I'm a bit too close to you guys. That means right now they are 95 people who have chosen to follow. So please subscribe. My goal is to get to 100 subscribers today. What's the date today? Today is December 7th. So I am expecting at least to get to 100 people by today. That's the goal. If we can hit it, that's amazing. What should we talk about today? You know what? Let me do this. I am back. I am back. So, I am back. I am back. So, today we're going to talk about a comment that was left behind a couple of days ago. It is, what harm is ultra processed food doing to us? Is junk food really bad for you? Today we are talking about diet and food. Now, I don't have any right to lecture anybody on diet. I struggle to keep a diet. But whenever I go live, I tell you guys, hey, please give me a topic to talk about. And today it's going to be on food. So, is ultra processed food bad for you? Is it? Is junk food bad for you? One thing we know is this: eating a healthy, balanced diet can make you live longer. It can. Eating a healthy, balanced diet affects the length of your life because your body needs a lot of different type of nutrients for you to be able to sustain yourself, to be able to go through life. To be a functioning human being, you need different types of food. You can't just eat one type of food. Now, when I was in uni, I knew people. Oh, but I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers, by the way. I am on 95. So if you five watching right now subscribe, we will hit it today. So when I was in uni, I knew people that would only eat pizza, chips, and chicken nuggets. That's all they would eat, right? Pizza, chips, and chicken nuggets. People really had bad diets when I was in uni, right? Guys, I am trying to get to 100 subscribers. Please subscribe. If we can hit it today, that would be amazing. I am not going to end this live stream until we hit 100 subscribers. So, yeah. So I knew people that had really bad diets, just chips, chicken nuggets, pizza, and for years they'll be eating that, and they'll be fine. I knew people that would smoke throughout uni, and they'll be fine. I knew people who'd be drinking through uni, doing drugs, hard drugs through uni, and they were fine. But were they actually fine? Oop, I have Wendy saying hi, hello. Hey Wendy, welcome to my live. Today we are talking about, is ultra processed food bad for you? This was a comment left 2 days ago from a commenter just like you. So please feel free to leave a comment down below and we can discuss it. So, ultra processed food is bad for you. But the reason why it's bad for you is that it is a slow killer. I am not saying that it is bad to eat ultra processed food for you. What I am saying is that ultra processed food is bad for you, so eat it in moderation. The reason why I say it's a slow killer is because that's a fact. Oop, I have a few comments. I can't hear you. You can't hear me. Let me get closer. 1 second. Can you hear me now? Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? I have a comment saying I can't hear you. Am I not loud enough? What's happening here, guys? Let me know. Ah, so you can hear me. You guys are being cheeky. Okay, so you can actually hear me. I am trying to get to 100 subscribers today. I'm not gonna end this until you guys subscribe. That's my goal. Hello, hello, Mr. Boy. Thank you very much. I have Merrick saying sorry, ha ha ha. I have hello, welcome. So, ultra processed food is bad for you because it is a slow killer. It's bad for you. We are really bad. Like we are really bad at understanding when something is bad for us, not in the moment, but in a long time. So, for example, when people say smoking kills, if you smoke tomorrow, you won't die. You won't. You won't. It doesn't work that way. If you drink alcohol tomorrow, you won't die tomorrow because if you drank a little bit of alcohol. No, no, no. What happens is that it's a slow killer. It kills your liver slowly, it kills your lungs slowly, it puts you at a high risk of lung cancer if you smoke. And the because these things like bad diet, smoking, drugs take so long to affect us, we don't consider it. We actually do not consider it, right? And I think this is one thing that human beings are bad at. If a consequence takes a long time, we don't think about the consequence. So if I smoke today, but it might affect my life maybe in 30 years, nobody cares about that because they're stressed right now. Or when somebody is going through a hard time when they choose to drink, right? They won't care about, well, maybe in 6 years when I have a family, I might be an alcoholic and that would affect them. They don't care about that. What they care about is like, I'm stressed at work. I'm going to go for a drink. And people do that. People justify doing things because it takes so long for the consequence to happen, right? Hello, hello, Mr. Boy. Another one. Well, thank you for your comments, guys. So, ultra processed food, including drinking, including smoking, including hardcore drugs. I know I am putting them in the same category, but they're not. But anything that is done in excess that is bad for you. And if something is done in excess, but it takes a long time for you to feel the consequence of it, you will not care. People don't care. They don't care. They actually do not care. They will tell me to my face to say, I'm gonna do this for a couple years, then quit. And it's like, okay. And it's like, well, there's risks. And they're like, well, everything has risks. People don't understand the risks. It's kind of like, see, I have had arguments with people, strong arguments. People are like, hey, they know how of knowledge. Please try this. Please drink this. Please smoke this. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. Why? Because I don't know my future self. My future self, I don't know the type of person they will be. I don't know their tolerance. I don't know their attachment style. I don't know what future me is going to be addicted to. So why collect addictions like Pokemon? See, people love to collect addictions like Pokemons. They they love to do it. It's like try everything and see what you like. No. If you never take a drink of alcohol, you can never be an alcoholic. If you never smoke a cigarette, you can never be addicted to smoking. If you never do weed, you will never be a weed addict. If you never vape, you will never be addicted to vape. The only guaranteed 100% way of you knowing that you will not be negatively affected or addicted to something is by never starting it. Honestly, it is. Addiction is dangerous. People love to dabble in things that can cause addictions and then they wonder why they get stung. They're like, "Ooh, well, now I'm dependent on this." I knew people who would drink socially, and they would tell me to my face, they'd be like, "Hey, I am a social drinker." But then when life hits, and you go in their room to say, hi to them, you see bottles everywhere, and you're like, "Are you okay, mate?" They're like, "Yeah, it's just, sometimes I get bored and I drink when I'm watching TV and stuff," and I'm like, I thought you're a social drinker. And it's like, yeah, but life is life, and you know, life is hard sometimes. And it's that thing where it's kind of like we fool ourselves. We really fool ourselves to actually believe that you are strong enough to enter an addiction or to do something that will negatively impact your future or could impact your future, and act like we will be the case study of things going right. You know what? When you take medication and they tell you like, oh yeah, um, 1 out of every 2,000 people who take this medication might get a upset stomach, might get a headache, might feel dizziness. When you take medication and you read that where it says that 1 out of 2,000 people will get sick, you will think it can't be me. There's no chance it's me. If I take this medication, it is almost 0% chance I'll get sick, so I'll take it. We don't know that how much life can happen. That's the thing. We are talking about ultra processed food. My point is this. Let me actually. I'm going to put a poll. The question of the day is fast food bad for you? There we go. Is fast food bad for you? That is the question of the day, and I want you guys to please subscribe to me. I'm gonna, you know what? I don't believe that we live in a world where everything we do has no consequence. You know what? I remember someone telling me this. They said that no good deed goes unpunished, right? It means that whatever good you do, there's always a consequence. There is a consequence. If you choose, okay, I'll tell you about me, right? Right now, actually, I'll go back a little bit about why fast food is bad for you. I love fast food. I enjoy it. Fast food is actually addicting. Why? Because it's consistent, because it tastes nice, and because it does something to me mentally that sometimes home cooked food doesn't do. When you go get fast food, it feels like a treat. It feels like, you know what? I deserve this. I've worked really hard, so I justify to myself to go get takeaways, get kebabs, get burgers, get chips, get drinks, right? I find a way to justify getting Fanta, lemonade, getting Sprite. Here we go. See? Fanta right here. A perfect example, literally right next to me. So when I get fast food, it's like a treat. It's like, oh, I deserve this. What that means is like, if I'm stressed, I'll be like, oh, I deserve this. If I've done something good, I'm like, oh, I deserve this. So I end up making fast food almost like a mini addiction because I use it as a reward to be like, you've done a great job. Go get some fast food. That's your treat. No need to go cook and spend hours in the kitchen making just rice and a bit of fish or something. Or maybe let's say life has been very hard. I'll be like, hey, you know what? I'll get takeaway. I'll get takeaway. Why? Because I deserve it. I've had a hard day. I'm gonna get takeaway. What does that mean? It means that I am trying to find an excuse. Fast food is bad for you, and I enjoy it. I eat fast food and I enjoy it. And one thing I found is that I justify fast food. I justify fast food. If my day is going bad, get fast food. If my day is going good, you deserve it, get fast food. Guys, please vote. I am trying to get to 100 subscribers today. I am not going to end this live until I get 5 subscribers. I am currently on 95 subscribers. Oh, you're back again. Got another topic for you tomorrow. Tell me, let me know tomorrow's topic. Today, we're talking about fast food, ultra processed food. So, yeah, fast food is dangerous because it's a slow killer. We, it takes so long for cholesterol to go into your bloodstream. It takes so long for you to actually gain weight. It doesn't happen the next day. So, ultra processed food is not good for you, but I enjoy it. I justify it. I indulge in it. Yes, I'm confessing to you. I like fast food. And this is how I gained weight. And I've lost weight because I stopped eating fast food. But again, it's that thing of like, ultra processed food is a slow killer. Human beings are really bad at long term consequences. If a consequence is delayed a year in the future, people don't care. For example, if you go and you rob someone and the judge says, hey, for robbing this in the next 20 years, I'm going to send you to jail for 2 weeks. They won't care. They'll be like, I'll do it again. I don't care. Like, in 20 years, things could change. And people use that as a reason to just ignore the fact that fast food is killing you because we're like, well, if in 6 months I gain weight, I can just work out and lose it. So there's no harm really. There is a harm. There is a harm. Ooh, this is a good. I have Harafani 6940 is asking for tomorrow's topic. I'm gonna screenshot this. Guys, this is day 15 of me going live. I've gone live every day. um, what would be the consequences of a cashless society? When you say cashless, do you mean that there is no money at all, or do you mean that there is no online banking? So where we trade without cash. And when you say cash, do you mean like gold and silver, or do you mean the current banking system that we have in terms of how the banks are managed, the banks are created, how the banks make money? That's a good question. You know what? That's gonna be my question tomorrow. A lot of you guys, oh, no notes or coins. Ooh, I love that. I'm gonna save that tomorrow at exactly 12:05. I am going to go live. Welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about, is fast food good for you? Tomorrow, if you come in at exactly 12:05 UK time, which is Greenwich Mean Time, GMT, you will see me going live again talking about the question that's asked right now about what would the consequences of a cashless society be, meaning no notes or no coins. That is a great question, and tomorrow we'll look into that. But fast food is a slow killer. Fast food is dangerous for you. And for me, one thing I didn't realize is the dangers of fast food. um, have you seen the brain activity of eating ultra processed foods? Yes, it's dopamine. It's a massive dopamine hit. That's what it is. When you eat ultra processed food in high, high fats, high sugar, like there's a reason why they add all these things to ultra processed foods, and that is to elicit a behavior in the brain, and that behavior is a dopamine hit. It makes you have that like that feeling when you eat food. So for example, when you go to a Chinese takeaway, they add this little ingredient. It's called modium sodium MSG, modium sodium glutamate. I think it's something like that. MSG, that gives basic food that like umami, like savory taste, right? So they add chemicals into food. Not all chemicals are bad, like salt is a chemical technically, and that's not too bad depending on how much is added. But ultra processed food is bad for you because it's created to elicit a behavior. So this is one thing that I believe is important. What is the purpose of food? Food is supposed to help you clear your mind. It's supposed to help you focus. It's supposed to help you get energy, right? That's the purpose of food. How old am I? I am in my late 20s. Yeah, I know. Old man. So, um, that's the purpose of food. Food is to nourish us. And right now, what we have done is, I guarantee you this, right? If you are hungry and you eat ultra processed food, or you are hungry and you eat whole foods like potatoes and chicken and fish, right? You feel different. You actually feel different. I'm telling you this. If you get hungry, okay, do this, do this, do this. If you are rich enough to afford this, do it. Tomorrow, eat healthy, only healthy, and see how your energy levels are. And then Tuesday, maybe try some ultra processed food. I know it's not good to say that, but for one day, just try it. And I guarantee you, the way you will feel will be different. You will realize that on Monday you will feel more energetic. You will feel like, okay, I am able to focus whenever I am working and I have ultra processed food. I feel sleepy, I feel lethargic, I feel tired, I feel groggy. I kind of feel a little bit dirty because I'm like, ugh, I don't feel good. When I have fruits, when I have whole foods, with like potatoes, chickens, mushrooms, or just whole foods, I feel light. I feel like, oh, you know what? I have energy. I have focus. I can go into meetings and I'm like, yeah, I'm engaging. It actually has an effect on your psyche. Food, you know what? We should make food more bland. Bland food is good for you technically, because right now with ultra processed foods, they they're trying to elicit a reaction in your brain, and food becomes a dopamine hit. Then food becomes an addiction. You can be addicted to food. That is a fact. Food becomes addicting. Yes, I have said it. So ultra processed food does have a negative impact on you, on your brain. That is something that does happen, will happen, and you can't escape. You can't escape it. What does that mean? It means that when you indulge, take it seriously. When you eat ultra processed food, understand what it's doing to you. When I go to KFC, McDonald's, Burger King, all these takeaway places, I know what the food is doing to me. I know how I feel. I am buying knowing. And maybe that's the start. Like, when you buy ultra processed food, know what it does to you. Know that anything in excess is bad for you. But again, I said this earlier about addictions. I said that it's dangerous sometimes to try and play with addictions because you don't know what the future version of you will do. In AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, they never say you are a recovered alcoholic. They never say that. No. They always talk about recovering. How long have you not been drinking? Not when did you stop? It's we it's a constant recovery. You're always recovering slowly. And this is the thing. Are you a doctor? I am not a doctor. Um, Wordless 6035. I am not a doctor, but these are things I have looked into, I have researched, and I believe that ultra processed foods are bad for you. But not all bad things should be avoided. There's a place for ultra processed foods. In America, there's a thing called a food desert. A food desert is where you live in an area where you have an abundance of ultra processed foods and takeaway places, and not as many options for healthier options. So if you live in an area where there's takeaways everywhere, but there are no shops that sell high quality food, and that high quality food is affordable, that is called a food desert. A food desert exists. If you are in America right now, let me know if you live in a food desert. Again, a food desert is a thing that it's if you live in an area where you don't have access to healthy foods. This is a problem. Or even if you have access to healthy foods, It's expensive, you can't afford it. People often have ultra processed foods because it's cheaper. McDonald's is cheaper than a salad. If I go and buy a Big Mac meal, or I choose to go and buy a Caesar salad, the Big Mac meal with large chips and a large drink is cheaper than a Caesar salad. It's fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. Most people currently live in a food desert. And even if you have access to healthy foods, can you afford it? Tell me, guys, can you afford healthy food? Yes, fast food is bad for you. We have a 50-50 split. Half of you are saying it's good, half you are saying it's bad. I think ultra processed food is bad for you, but a lot of people don't have the option. It's a luxury to eat healthy. I'll tell you why it's a luxury. So, one thing that I struggle with is time. My time is very limited, and to try and eat whole foods, so that's like I am buying the raw ingredients and cooking them from scratch, that takes time. Even if I do a meal prep once a week, that takes a lot of time to do that. So oftentimes the justification to be like get takeaway is there. I want to get takeaway all the time because I'm so busy. Going live on YouTube takes a lot of work as well. You know, a lot of prep. You don't see what happens before I go live. But I justify takeaways a lot and I try and say no to them. But because ultra processed food is easy to get, it's cheaper to get than whole foods, and it's also easier to make. Oftentimes, people end up getting ultra processed food as their daily sustenance because to get whole foods, it's expensive. I tried to buy salmon yesterday to make um, a salmon bake where I get salmon, I get tomatoes, I get a bit of, lemon, spinach. It was like £25 for salmon. For salmon. And it's like, okay, fine, let me go make lamb. I get lamb chops. Four lamb chops are like £8. It's like, of course, like if you want to live a healthy life, you have to pay these prices. But there is a real economic cost. Fast food is cheap. If you want to have the same number of calories in fast food versus the same number of calories in whole foods, it's difficult. And yes, that is why people are getting unhealthy because there's so many calories in fast food and so little calories in whole foods that actually by eating whole foods you get healthier. That's the benefit. But also, if you are on a tight budget, if you just want to get some calories in you, I can see a justification for people wanting to eat fast food. It makes perfect sense for them. I get it. I have seen it. If you live in a food desert, I understand it. Why would you try and travel an hour away to get salads that cost twice the price of a Big Mac? If you are a family and you are busy and the mom is always busy and the dad is always busy, the kids are making noise, do you have time to go and spend 3 hours cooking some nice food? Maybe you don't. Go to McDonald's, spend £20, everyone's happy, everyone's fidget done. Fast food has a negative impact on your brain. Fast food is dangerous for the society, but I understand the need of fast food and I know that it's a luxury for me to even say, don't have fast food. It's a luxury because even though people are like, oh yeah, it's so expensive, it's actually cheaper. It's cheaper than good food. It's cheaper to eat fast food. It's always cheaper. If you, I once tried for an entire month to try and eat healthy. My budget was almost double what I would eat when I'm eating fast food because it's impossible to have a lot of variety of things that are filling, that give you high protein and that taste nice, but also the same price as takeaway. It's very difficult. So there is a place for fast food, but understand that it's not good for you. It will affect your life. And oftentimes, because the effect happens so far in the future, we don't care about it. We ignore it. But guys, please subscribe. I see 5 likes. I see people watching right now. And I will not stop this live until we get to 100 subscribers. So please subscribe. So I now have 7 votes. 57% of you are saying yes, fast food is bad for you. And 43% of you are saying no, fast food is not bad for you. I think the answer depends on, are you in a desert, food desert? Or so how do you use fast food? Because you can actually get healthy fast food. If you don't want to stop getting fast food, maybe get smaller portions. That is one way I've been able to manage my fast food intake. The way I do it is I eat fast food maybe once a week. So I've cut how often I eat fast food. But I've also I check the calories. Even though it's still a lot of calories, I always try and get a slightly healthier version of what I'm eating. I do. And I find that because I'm still eating healthy whole foods in the week and I indulge once in a week, it doesn't make a big impact on my life. So the answer is just change how you manage what you eat. There's a place for fast food, but you have to know that if it becomes your only source of eating, it does affect how you think, it does affect your long term life, and it does have health implications like diabetes. It does. It does, like insomnia. But guys, thanks for watching. Tomorrow we are talking about what would be the consequence of a cashless society. That is tomorrow's topic. Thank you again, Harifani6940, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you guys. Peace.